If you're starting a business, one of the most important decisions you'll have to make is where your money is going to live and how you're going to manage it. Now, most people default to using a traditional bank for this. And when I started my first business, I did the same thing. And I also learned that business banking at most traditional banks is clunky and slow and full of little rules and fees that get old pretty fast. And that's why I switched to Relay. So Relay is a business banking platform. It's not a traditional bank with physical bank branches. When you sign up for Relay, they have a starter plan and they also have some paid plans, and there are some minor fees for certain services, but this is not one of those banking platforms that's going to nickel and dime you to death just to do business with them. Now, another thing I really appreciate about Relay is that they've pretty much mastered the online sign up and onboarding process and just the overall online experience, whether you're accessing your account from your desktop computer or the mobile app. Both of them are very well designed. It's very easy to get around and do what you're trying to do. You can set up all kinds of automations that tell your money where to go once it hits your account, and it's just kind of a fun experience to use the thing. And you can get started in like less than 10 minutes. Now, another notable thing about Relay, and this is part of the reason why I wanted to make this video, is that Relay makes it easier than most banking platforms do to open up a US account even when you're not physically located in the US. This is a huge pain with most brick and mortar banks that require you to physically come into the branch just to open up your account. You have to sign a small mountain of paperwork, all for something that should be able to happen pretty easily online. You shouldn't have to hop on a plane to the US just to open up a business bank account. Now, luckily, Relay doesn't make you do that. However, you do have to have a few other boxes checked. For example, you have to have a US-based business entity with an employer identification number. If you're completely international, so you're not a US citizen and you're not physically located in the US, the Relay is going to ask for your passport information, and they may also ask for proof of address documentation during the application process. And if you just have a registered agent address, Relay is also going to require an operating address where you physically do business. That address doesn't have to be in the US, but they do need to have that address wherever you're operating in the world. And if any of the information you enter during the application process doesn't match their verification checks, or if something appears incorrect, they may ask you for additional documentation after the selfie and ID verification step, which is part of what you have to do when you're signing up for your business bank account. But again, you don't have to physically come to a US branch to do this, and that alone is a huge deal that puts Relay way ahead of most of the other options out there. So before I jump into this, please be aware REtipster does have an affiliate link to Relay, and if you click through that link and sign up and put at least $100 into your new account, they'll give you a $50 bonus just for signing up through that link. I'll have that affiliate link beneath this video, or you can just go ahead and scan the QR code you see right on your screen. So with all that said, I'm going to jump into Relay and show you how this banking platform works. And we are in. So let's take a look around here and see how Relay works. So Relay is actually very good at customer support, at least in my experience it has been. As you can see down here, there's this live chat thing, but they also have a phone number you can call, and Relay's entire support team is based in Canada, even though all the banking operations are in the US. Every time I've had to call them, it's probably like 2 or 3 times over the past few years for my different bank accounts. They've always been super helpful and able to help me. Reasons I would need to call them would be, say, if there's like rate limits, which is a fairly standard thing for most of these online only banking platforms, where right after you open a new account like this, they're going to put limits on how much you can transfer around. It's kind of annoying, but it's also not that hard to get around it. You just reach out to them and say, hey, I need to send or receive more money. So just be forewarned about that. But how does this work? So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and fund my account. So I'm going to go over here and connect an external bank account. Relay uses Plaid. If you've ever used one of these kind of services before, this is a very normal thing. Makes it super easy to connect to whatever external bank account you already have. So it just texted me this code. I'll go ahead and log in here. So I'm going to use my Chase account. I'll go ahead and continue to log in at Chase. We can log in this way. Let's go ahead and link this account. I just got to wait here for a second. All right, so it is linked. Let's go ahead and add money to Relay. So I'm going to bring in $1,000. Just select that account here, and I'm going to put it in business checking. So I'll put 1,000 right there, and then click next. And confirm transfer details. Looks good to me. All right, it's transferring that money. Cool. So it looks like it's going to arrive within 1 to 3 business days. Maybe it'll happen sooner based on how fast this account was set up, but we'll see. So I don't have that money in here yet, but keep in mind, if you do want the $50, and if you clicked through the REtipster affiliate link, you want to be sure to put at least $100 in there. I mean, if you're really going to do this at all, you might as well get some money in the account, right? But let me just quick give you a tour of how the Relay dashboard works and all the different tools you have available on here for the free account. So the first thing I want to show you here is how easy it is to create a new account, whether it's a checking or a savings account. All you got to do is come down here, click add account, and then just add whatever name you want the thing to be. So say if I was going to set an account up for taxes to make sure I automatically set aside money for taxes every year. It's a great example for why you might want to do this. I'll just call it taxes. And I'm going to set this up as a savings account, mainly because I just don't really expect to be sending a lot of transactions directly from this account on a regular basis. So that's why. And then I will say create account here, and boom, what was that? 1.5 seconds, it's created. That exact same thing. When I went to Chase Bank to set up accounts for Profit First years ago, I wanted to set up 4 accounts. I was in that branch for about an hour and signed reams of paperwork. And even after I did all that, I still didn't have any automations where I could automatically put money into those accounts. This is for like Chase Bank. I mean, it's one of the biggest banks out there. Why do they, of all the banks in the world, not have this kind of thing figured out? Well, I don't know, but Relay does. And when it comes to those auto transfer rules, so what you can do is go right here, right after you create the thing, and say create auto transfer rule. And it's going to open this up. You can either click Profit First rule. So if you're not familiar with Profit First, it's a great book. It's worth checking out. It's kind of like the envelope money management system for businesses, where you can set up automatic transactions that happen whenever money hits your primary account. It will automatically get dispersed based on percentages to other accounts that you set up. And you do this just so that you don't have to think about setting money aside for taxes, or to make sure you have your profits set aside, or owner distributions, or employee bonuses, or whatever the thing might be. You can set up those separate accounts and not just set them up, but have money automatically funnel to them. It's pretty awesome. So if you click on the Profit First rule, it kind of has that framework broken out here already with this 50%, 30%, 15, 5%, and you would obviously create the appropriate accounts that they should go into, which I haven't done yet, but you would just create whichever ones, name them, whatever you're going to remember, and then start funneling money in there. And if you go back here and select this maximum balance rule, so it's kind of the same thing. They just haven't spelled it all out for you in the way that Mike Michalowicz, author of Profit First, explains it. So you could just come up with whatever name you want to name this thing. We'll call this taxes. And for the frequency, so I kind of look at my income in like monthly chunks. So I'm going to change this to every month. And we could say either on the first of the month, or say if you kind of get your money over the first and second, you could say, well, when all the money's actually in there, let's do it. So you could say maybe the 5th of the month, for example. And we're going to say when that money comes in, we want to always keep X amount in this account. And that's why it's talking about the maximum balance rule. So we could say we always want to keep $10,000 in the business checking account, or whatever the number is for you that makes you feel comfortable that you know you're going to need. And as long as that $10,000 balance is true inside that account, the rest of the money we want to disperse accordingly. So we could just say send 100% of the rest of it into taxes. I would never actually do that. I would instead probably add a couple more accounts and say, okay, let's put maybe 20% in taxes and put 30% in business savings. And then I would create another account for maybe profit or owner's compensation or employee bonuses or whatever, and just disperse it accordingly. And I will say, as you do this, the total has to equal 100%. And this actually tripped me up the first time I was doing this. I was like, say if I make an extra 20 grand this month, can't I just account for 50% of it and keep the other 50% in the account that it went into? And the answer is no. You have to actually send 100% of the money somewhere. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this kind of thing. But this kind of automation right here is a really big deal, because if you're anything like me, you know the importance of organizing this stuff and actually implementing it and sending the money to where it needs to go. But to actually have to remember or set yourself a reminder and then manually get into your account and then like click around and send the money everywhere, it's a huge pain. And honestly, this kind of thing is simple enough that it should be automated. And surprisingly, a lot of banks still have not figured this out, but Relay has. So if you want this stuff to just happen on autopilot, whether you're there to do it or not, Relay can totally do that. And this is how you set it up. Whenever you get this figured out, I'll just simplify this a bit to get it up to 100%. You just click Create Auto Transfer Rule, and it'll give you the overview of that. And then you confirm Auto Transfer Rule, and there you go. It's all good to go. Now, next up, let's check out making payments. So if you want to make payments, you go over here, click on Payments. and you can go up here and click on New Payment, and it's pretty simple. You just follow the prompts. This is meant to be extremely easy, and it is. You just have to add a new payee. Since this is a brand new account, I don't have any payees in here yet, so I would have to put their information in here, their email address, their account classification, whether it's business or personal, and just put a memo in there. So I'll say, and then Bert@example.com, lawn service, something like that. And we're going to save this as a payee. And as soon as that's done, we can just go ahead and put in however much we want to send them and send it to them. So I'll put maybe $50 in here and then click on next step. And we'd want to specify which account it's coming from. By default, it's going to come from a checking account. And we can say whether we want this to be an ACH next day or same day or domestic wire or international wire or a check. If you choose the check option, what it's going to do is print a check through Relay's mail service and then mail them the check. So this is not the kind of thing where you like physically give the check to them. It's like a bill pay service where it pays it from that location, just so you know how that works. So I'm going to do this ACH next day, and then you can either enter the details manually or even request it from them. And I actually love this because I can send them an email or send them a text. And the reason I love this is because it's up to them to put in their details. So it's not up to me to look at their voided check and possibly type in the wrong numbers on accident. It's up to them to do it. And it confirms with them, and it's up to them to make sure they're getting paid because I've already initiated it from my end. So you just fill that out, put the date in here, and then click next step, and it sends them an email. They fill out their details, and once that happens, the ACH is initiated, and they get it the next day. Pretty cool, huh? So super easy. Now, on the whole thing about checks. So this is actually a new thing over the past year or two. For the longest time, these kinds of online-only banking platforms, if you wanted to pay by check, like an actual physical check, the only option was to do this kind of thing, where you tell Relay to print and mail them a check from their location, and then they have to wait 8 to 10 days. Well, now you can actually get your own checkbook if you, for some reason, want to have a physical checkbook on your desk where like you write it out and give it to people. I know sometimes that's just super convenient to have. Sometimes you need to have it depending on what kind of business you're running. You can get that now with Relay. And this is something a lot of these other online-only banking platforms still won't let you do, but Relay will. If you want to order your own checkbook, all you have to do is go over here to the checks dashboard, and you'll notice you need actual funds in your account before you can do this. Surprise, surprise. Who would have thought you need actual money in there, right? So if you haven't done that yet, go ahead and add funds. Once you do have funds in there, you can go ahead and click on third-party checks. And if I actually did have money in there, I could order a checkbook and it would be mailed to me, and then I'd have it right here on my desk. So just so you know, that's a nice little feature they have. Now, something else I want to show you is the team. So if you have a team or employees, or maybe you want to let your accountant or your CPA or your bookkeeper or somebody get in here, but you don't want to give them access to everything on the same level that you do, Relay makes that super easy to do. So you just click on Add New Member, and you would put in their email address, and you can either give them the same amount of access that you have as the administrator, or you can say, no, I want to give them manager level access. And then it summarizes what they do and don't have access to, or bill payer access. Again, it summarizes what they have access to, and not for everything, only specific accounts, maybe just taxes or, whatever account you want them to have access to. So if you need to delegate access to somebody else on your team, Relay makes that super easy. It's an awesome feature. And one other thing worth mentioning here is that whoever you delegate access to, you can set limits on how much money they can pay out each day. So you could say, hey, I want Jane to only be able to send out up to $1,000 per day or $5,000 or whatever, just to make sure if you have any trust issues with them, they can't bleed your bank account dry. There would actually be stops in place to keep them from doing that. But at the same time, they have some autonomy to actually do their job and pay people on your behalf, so you don't have to do it manually. It's pretty great. Another thing you can do in Relay now is invoice people, which makes it really easy for you to get paid. Just go over here to create an invoice. And if you have a past PDF with all the information on it, you could literally just upload that file here and it will fill in the details from that, which is super nice and convenient. Or you could just manually type that stuff in here as well. This works very much like the payments process works, where you would have to add a contact, put their information, their email, their phone number in there, and then create that contact. And then once they're in there, then you can add specific line items that they owe you for and email them the invoice, and they can pay right from their browser, and that money ends up in your account. Super convenient. I don't know why this isn't like standard in every bank. So if this is something that would serve you well, by all means, check out Relay. Relay also has expense management. So if you're one who obsesses over having copies of receipts for every expense out there and you want to make sure that stuff is actually kept track of, you can either do that for all transaction amounts or just ones over $75. You can actually categorize your expenses. And this also syncs up with QuickBooks or Xero if you use either of those accounting platforms. So your accountant is going to love you for making it that much easier on their end. Or you could just not do that at all. And if you're not sure how to do this, they'll give you a nice guided tour where they explain exactly how this works and kind of teaches you on the fly. So expense tracking is an awesome feature. It's great to have. Now, one last thing I'll point out is the debit card. So by default, since this is a checking account you're setting up, sometimes multiple checking accounts, it's very easy to create debit cards for these things. And you can either get a physical debit card, like mailed to you, or just get the debit card numbers generated. Because ultimately, that's all you really need to make a purchase. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're ever at a restaurant or something, it's going to be pretty darn helpful to have a physical card there. But the numbers are really what's getting the job done. So all you'd have to do is create a new card, and you can say whether you want a virtual card, a physical card, or a temporary virtual card. I'm not even totally sure what that is. Looks like a temporary virtual card with a total spending limit. So maybe if you wanted to give an employee a card that will just stop after a certain amount for whatever reason, maybe they're going on a trip to Vegas and you don't want them to just go nuts, you could do that. And then you can specify which account you want this card to be tied to. So I currently only have one checking account, but you saw how easy it was to create new accounts. So you could create more checking accounts if you need them, and then tie this new card to whichever specific checking account you want to tie it to. And you can even have a backup account. Say, for example, if you're worried a certain account could get drained down to zero at some point and you want it to pull from another one, that's super easy to do as well. And then set the name of the primary cardholder. Currently, it's only me on this account, but if I had added other team members, this is just how easy it is to generate cards for those people. That's pretty much it. That's all I can think of that's worth mentioning here. Again, it's super simple to set this up, as you just saw. It's the easiest thing in the world to create new accounts and auto transfer money back and forth. Invoicing, paying people, even getting your own checkbook at home now. It can pretty much all be done, all the stuff within reason. The one thing I will mention is that Relay is not a full service bank. In fact, it's not even a bank at all. It's Thread Bank that sits behind it. That's where your money actually is. And that's where the FDIC insurance is coming from. It's not coming from Relay. Relay is just the front-facing platform that makes it easy for you to move stuff around. So if you're coming to Relay because you want like a home mortgage or one of those conventional banking products like a home equity line of credit or something like that, that's not what's on the table here. Relay doesn't offer that. For that kind of thing, you would want to go to an actual traditional bank. But if you just want like fast, ease of use, great automations built in, things that all the banks of the world should have figured out, but surprisingly, most of them do not. Relay has a lot of that to offer. So again, if you want to check it out, I'll have an affiliate link beneath this video, or you can go ahead and scan the QR code on the screen. All you have to do is sign up and then put $100 in your account, and then you'll get $50, and that's it. If you want to see another video I put together detailing some of the other benefits and perks that come with using Relay, I'm going to link to that video beneath this video as well. I've also got a blog post over on REtipster.com that summarizes a lot of this stuff as well. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.